This is Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. Today I've been to the Dollar Tree and I found some items with which to make some fishing hacks. I've got good news. Next week's video is going to have a guest host, and by chance their name's Jerry as well, but that comes with a surprise. If you stick around the end of today's video, I'll show you why I picked up this storage box. Its size is of particular interest, so why don't you come along?
Hack number 1.
Well, if you've taken grandchildren fishing, you know that one of the first demands that a little one's going to make is they want to carry their own pole. Now, if you're rigged up for panfish and you've got a small hook on there, you might be afraid that they're going to get a finger on that hook. So I found these at the Dollar Tree. They're power clips, they're multi-purpose clips, and they're only $1.25 for 3. And I thought, you know what, I can just clip this onto that hook, and then it'll be fun for the little people. They'll like the looks of the little characters, and I don't have to worry about them getting their finger on that hook. It's protected by that clip. So, easy hack from the Dollar Tree, $1.25, and it'll protect those little fingers.
Hack number 2.
I found these at the Dollar Tree. It's an Easter bunny ball shooter, and basically you got a little bunny and 4 of these light foam balls, and you put the ball in the bunny's mouth, give it a squeeze, and it shoots. But when I saw it, I thought, well, there's some ready-made bobbers. You just take one of these closed cell foam balls, and I can cut a slit in it, and we're going to go approximately halfway through. Now I can just take my fishing line and run that down that slot, around the ball and back through again. So I made myself a bobber, and for $1.25 I got these nice pink foam bobbers, and they're part of a toy. Easy fishing hack.
Hack number 3.
I found this at the Dollar Tree. It's an Essentials over the door hook, and its shape immediately made me think, you know what, I can hang this on the side of my boat, and then as I use lures during the day, I can just hang these up on my boat, and it makes a nice lure hanger, and then at the end of the day I can just clean things up and remove these lures, and they won't be laying around in my boat where they get lost or damaged. And it's a nice little hanger and it holds a lot of them. So for $1.25 I've got a nice way to hang my lures up as I work throughout the day, and it's an easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Hack number 4.
I spotted these at the Dollar Tree. It's Easter season, and these are camouflaged Easter eggs. And I thought these would make some fun bobbers. Get ourselves out an Easter egg, and they don't work so good like this, but what we can do is we'll take some super glue and we'll glue this egg closed. We just run that glue around the perimeter here. Okay, we'll let that dry. Next, we're going to get a 7/64 drill bit, and we also need the inside shaft from one of these cotton swabs. So these particular swabs, I picked up a whole package at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And the shafts on them, unlike a regular Q-tip, the shaft on these, they've made out of plastic. So it's a hollow plastic tube, and that's just what we need for our bobber. So we can take our bobber that we've made out of an egg here. Once our egg's dry, we can take our 7/64 drill bit, and let's put a hole right in here. And then we'll go to the other side. Our shaft should go right through here and out the other side. There we go. Now we're just going to dab on a little more super glue to hold that in place. Other side. Now we just need to give it a little trim. There we go. Now you take your fishing line and run that through your shaft, and now you've got a slip bobber that's camo, which the kids will like because it's kind of different and exciting, and you made it from an Easter egg. You get a whole pack of them, $1.25 for 12 pieces at the Dollar Tree. Easy hack.
Hack number 5.
Sometimes when I'm setting up my minnow trap, I put bread in it, and next thing you know, it gets real soggy and it washes away. So I've learned this trick. I bought this bird suet basket at the Dollar Tree. Take a piece of toast and put it in the suet basket. Close it up. And now you can take the suet basket and put your toast in your minnow trap and close it up. And now your bread's not going to get all soggy and float away before you catch any minnows. So for $1.25, you've got a nice way to keep bread in your minnow trap, and hopefully you'll catch more minnows. It's an easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Hack number 6.
I ran across these in the garden section of the Dollar Tree, and they're only $1.25 a pair. And if you've ever been out with the grandkids or the missus or whoever, and they don't like to handle that nasty old fish, as they say, what you could use is a pair of nice gloves. So these are garden gloves. They've got a waterproof coating on the bottom side. They say one size fits all, and I've got pretty substantial hands, and I can tell you these are really nice gloves, and they have this nice coating on them, so they're waterproof, but you can still pick up things. They've got a pretty good bit of dexterity to them. So for $1.25, you've got a nice pair of garden gloves. They have a waterproof palm, and your dexterity is still pretty good. And if you have to handle that catfish or whatever, you're protected. Nice hack from the Dollar Tree.
Hack number 7.
In a previous hack I've showed you these. These are called mop and broom holders, and basically they're a plastic device, and they've got these rubber mountings, and you can take your fishing pole and you can mount these to the wall or in your boat, and you've got a way that you can hold your fishing poles. Like I said, mount it in your boat, mount it on the wall, nice rod holder. Well, now Dollar Tree has come up with these. These are $3, so a little bit more substantial. Basically though, you've got the same thing, only more heavy duty. So for $3 you get 5 mounting points, which is much more than the 2 before. And these are much heavier duty, so when you push your rod down in there, it's really going to cling. So I can mount these on the wall, top and bottom, and I've got a 5-position rod holder. Or I can mount these in my boat, and I've got a rod holder in my boat that's much more substantial than these small ones that we used to get at the Dollar Tree. And really for $6, I've got a nice set that's going to really hold my rods. Easy fishing hack from the Dollar Tree. Only $6.
Hack number 8.
I saw this jump rope in this bag of gravel in the Dollar Tree, and it gave me an idea. One of my subscribers had suggested you can make a variable weight sinker using tubing, and I thought, well, basically jump rope is plastic tubing. So I'm going to take this tubing and I'm going to heat up one end and then mash it down and see if I can't seal that closed. And just use a heat gun and lay it down, put some pressure on it. I'm going to take this tube in and just take some of this gravel and pour it into the tube end. Now I've got my tube loaded with gravel. I'll just trim it off. To go through the same process, we're going to seal the other end. There we go. Apply a little heat and pressure. That end sealed. All I have to do is make me a little hole in here. Now I've made myself a little drag sinker with some weight on it, and that'll hold my bait close to the bottom without hanging up on anything. I've used a piece of this jump rope and some of these pebbles from the Dollar Tree, and for an investment of only $2.50, I've made myself a nice drag sinker, and I can make a bunch of them. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Hack number 9.
I found this storage container at the Dollar Tree. It's only $1.25, and it's very shallow and it's got locking ends. But I thought, you know what I can use that for is I can fit my phone right in that box, and that way it's not going to get dropped or anything around the boat. And all I need to do to fix this up so that I can permanently mount it is I'll just leave the lid on, put a 1/4 inch bit in my drill, and go out here on the end. I'm just going to run a hole in my box. Okay. Now, take a piece of paracord, whatever length I need, run that through that hole, and this I'm just going to make a nice like triple knot here. Make sure I got a nice big knot there on the end. We'll pull that in there, and then I can tie that off somewhere in the boat, put my phone in this box when I get in, and then it's going to stay with me, and I don't have a chance of dropping my phone out of my shirt pocket or falling in with it in my pocket and getting wet or something. It'll be tied off right there in my boat. So for $1.25, I've got a nice phone case. Easy hack from the Dollar Tree.
Jerry's Retirement Wisdom.
This has been Jerry with Jerry's Retirement Wisdom. I hope you like the fishing hacks that we put together today. Don't forget to watch next week when I've got that special guest host. If you like my videos, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you'd like to see some more of my videos, just click right there. We'll see you next time.